what's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, cause I work my ass off to get it.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. I hope you guys are in a good condition during this PKPB and ODL, online distance learning. So my name is Muhammad Ishraf bin Muhammad Zahir. The topic that I would like to talk today is mental practice. So we proceed to the next slide. Okay, so in this chapter, the learning outcome or application problem to solve, you might be describe a motor skill that you perform or might help people learn. The second one is describe how you would mentally practice the skill to help you perform it or to improve your performance. And the third one is describe how you would use mental practice as a strategy to help people learn or improve their performance of a skill, and you are helping them learn or improve. I will explain more later after this, so we're gonna proceed to the next slide. Okay, what do you know about mental practice? Okay, the concept is mental practice can be effective for learning and relearning motor skills and for preparing to perform motor skills. Okay, for example, teachers, coaches and therapists can use mental practice to range from helping a patient employ mental practice to relearn skills and to aiding a world-class athlete to perform in a major competitive events. Okay, I give you 3 examples. Okay, if you can see on my slides, they have 3 pictures. The first one is Farah Ant, Malaysian gymnastic. The second one is Tiger Woods, golfer, and the third one is therapists that help people that are having strokes. Okay, for the first situation, a gymnast is standing beside the floor exercise mat waiting for her routine or trainings. Okay, before actually beginning the routines or trainings, the gymnast goes through the entire routine mentally. The gymnast will visualizing the performance of each part of the routines from beginning to end. Following this, the gymnast steps onto the mat and begins her routines. So the gymnast will use mental practice for visualizing their performance before he starts her routines. That is we call a mental practice. Okay, for the second situation, you are playing golf and just hit a beautiful drive to the middle of the fairways. Then you would like to hit again and practice the swing by reproduce and reinforce the swings that have a great result. But when you do it again, you cannot do that. So you can use your practice swings by mentally as you walk down the fairways to your next shot. Means you use your mental practice and imagine the first shot, then you can do the second shot. That's also we call mental practice. Okay, for the last situation, a stroke patient is having difficulty walking down a flight of stairs. After several attempts, the patient was frustrated because he cannot walk. So the therapist tells the patient to stop practice and try to use mentally visualize and feel herself walking down the stair perfectly 10 times in a row. After that, the patient do and follow the instructions. Following this procedure, the therapist has the patient go back to physical practicing of these skills. It's also use a mental practice to make sure the stroke patient can walk again. Okay, now we're going to the next slide. Okay, what is mental practice? Okay, mental practice is the cognitive rehearsals of a physical skills in the absence of overt physical movements. Okay, mental practice also, it can take the forms of thinking about the cognitive or procedural aspects of a motor skills, or engaging individual or kinesthetic imagery of the performance of skill or part of a skills. Basically, mental practice is distinct from meditations. What is meditations? Okay, in fact, it seems to be a potential effective means for enhancing physical performance. That is meditations. Okay, next is role of mental practice. They have two roles. The first one is a practice strategy to aid the acquisition of motor skills, and the second one is preparing to perform a well-learned skills. Okay, people can use a mental practice as a performance aid in two ways. Just like I said before, the gymnasts use mental practice to prepare for the immediately upcoming performance. When used this way, mental practice is a means action preparations. For the second example is you as a golfer. Mentally imagining a successful swing as you walk down the fairways. Here, mental practice combines characteristics of both equation and performance situations by providing a person with a means of facilitating the storage and retrieval from memory of an appropriations. So, mental practice, you can use mental practice to improve your performance. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.